Hello everyone, welcome back. So far in our NumPy series, we have learned how to generate totally random numbers from scratch. But what if you already have your data and you just want to mess it up? Today, we are looking at three best ways to mix up your existing data: choice, shuffle, and permutation function. And let's see how these actually work. Let's start with choice function. In NumPy, choice function allows us to randomly pick one or more values or element from a dataset or a given list or range with options to control the number of values, repetition, and probabilities of selection. Now let's see the syntax and understand each and every parameter of choice function. A first parameter A, list or number to pick from. That means the source you want to pick from, it can be a number range from A to A minus 1, or it can be a list or array that shows actual values. And the second parameter is size. This tells us how many values you want. By default is none. That means it gives single value. It can be an integer value or tuple, which tell us shapes like array. And the third is replace. Value can repeat or not. By default, replacement is true. That means the same value can repeat. If replace is false, no repetition. And the third denotes probabilities. If you want some item to pick more often than others, P must sum to 1 and it controls how likely each item is picked. The last parameter is shuffle. The shuffle parameter controls whether the selected results are randomly ordered or not. Let's understand with example. First we import NumPy and then create random generator object. Now let's take choice function and I put 5 and is stored in a x variable. Now print x. By default it gets single value. If we want multiple elements picked random, then we put value more than 1. Now change the size value. I put 3. Now run. It will select 3 values randomly. And one more thing, these values can be repeated because by default replace is true. If you want a unique value, then we go to false and get unique values with no repetitions. Now let's see. Now I want to give probability of each element and their sum should be 1. Now I am putting probabilities values like this: 0.1, 0.2, 4.3, and remember their sum must be 1. Now let's run. Here A and P must have the same size. If this doesn't happen, then value error will occur. Now let's see. If I remove a value and now run, it will give value error. Now the last parameter is shuffle parameter. Shuffle only matters when replace is false. That means no repetition. And you are selecting multiple values. That means size must be greater than 1. But before that, we are fixing the random seed so that both results are reproducible and comparable. So here I am providing a seed to make sure the output remains the same every time when we run the code again. When using NumPy's choice function, the size parameter decides how many unique values are selected, while replace must be false. Now the shuffle parameter does not change those values. If shuffle is set to false, the values remains in the same order as they were selected. But if shuffle is true, NumPy simply mixes their order randomly. Now see the output and difference in both cases. Now let's understand the shuffle function in NumPy. Shuffle is used to randomly change the order of elements in an array. That means it does not create a new array. Now let's see the syntax of shuffle function. Here X is the array or list to be shuffled and axis along which to shuffle. By default, axis is 0 for row. Now let's take an example. First, we will import NumPy and create a generator object. I'm using arrange function for create an array. Now let's run. This is original array. Now we apply the shuffle function. Now let's see. We can compare original array and after shuffle array. Here the values are the same but the order is completely different. And here is the key point, shuffle changes the original array itself. That means the original order is lost forever after shuffling. How to handle this function in 2D array? When we apply this function in 2D array, the NumPy changes the row position only, but the value remains the same in that row. Now let's create a 2D array. Here I am using integer function for create 2D array. Now I am copying this print and paste it here and change the variable. Now let's see. This is original array. Now we apply the shuffle function. Now let's see the output. We can compare the original array and after shuffling array. Here we can see changes the row position only, but values remain the same in that row. Now let's understand permutation function. The permutation function works like the shuffle function. The only difference is that the permutation function saves the original data. The syntax of permutation function is same as shuffle function. Now I am copying the same example and let some changes. Now I am changing the function name. Now let's run. In permutation function, it returns a new shuffled array and original array remains the same. But in shuffle function, it changes the original array and it does not return a new array. Now let's see, it's the same original array. Now we check in shuffle array, rerun and print as. Now let's see, it has been completely changed the original data. Today in this video, we have covered choice, shuffle and permutation function. If you have any doubts, drop a comment. And if you are new, check out my previous NumPy video, link in the description below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.